Hello, welcome back to my channel, Divine Libra Wisdom. I'm back again with a check-in reading. This will be for the week of June 22nd. We're going to start with Libra right now. Sorry, there we go. Trying to get this stuff off of my... There we go. Okay, anyway. So yeah, can't go into where I've been because I know I said, yeah, I'm going to be back consistent, be back in, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not going to get into all that. Just know that life be life, and sometimes I may think that I can, you know, get in there and do the weekly check-in readings, but sometimes it may not be the case. So sometimes it may be that I just do, you know, weekly check-ins, or maybe a weekend check-in for the signs Libra, Taurus, and Cancer. But nonetheless, I'll try to get back on a more consistent basis. But until then, it'll just be what it'll be. And I'll be here, I promise. So there will be, I'm going to, do the weekly check-in readings, for Libra, Taurus, and Cancer, the extended, or not the extended, but the other readings for the other signs, they will be under the community tab, right after I upload this time. It will be, the only thing, Libra, Taurus, and Cancer will not have a quick reading or whatever, since, you know, I am doing this extended reading for these three signs. Okay, so let me go ahead and get into my disclaimers and things of that nature before I get started. So if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're returning to the channel, I thank you again. Hopefully, you know, either way, no matter what group you're part of, hopefully you will consider subscribing to the channel. That way you know when I drop new videos and all that good stuff. All right. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, the decks that I'm using, that will be in the description box below. If you want to book a personal reading with me, that will be in the description box as well. And I totally skipped over this, but as you're listening along throughout the video, make sure you're liking the video, make sure you're sharing the video, leave a comment down there, subscribe to the channel, do all the things, okay? And yeah, you know, noise, I'll try to keep it to a minimum. Again, I will not reach out to anyone to solicit to give you readings and stuff like that. I will not do that. But if you want to book a personal reading with me, like I mentioned, that information will be in the description box below. Okay. As well as the decks that I'm using. I just have to, sometimes I have to reiterate stuff. So, yeah. And yeah, it's, what am I trying to say? I think we're in Mercury retrograde. So, sorry for the noise, y'all. We're in Mercury retrograde, so, you know, I may talk over or skip over words. So just, you know, just kind of bear with me. Because, yeah, it'll be a lot. But anyway, put this hair up because it is hot. Let's see. Matter of fact, it's like 86 something degrees. But anyway, so yeah. Okay. So I think that I got all my little disclaimers and things out of the way. Yeah, like I mentioned, if, you know, noise is a bit much, it shouldn't be, but if it is, I will stop or pause or do whatever I need to do. All right. So I'm going to get into the reading here. This is going to be for Libra, and this is for the week of June 22nd. So while I am getting my cards out and everything, I'm going to get some channeled messages for my Libras, my fellow Libras, and see what's going on for the week here. See if I can kind of push that back. There we go. Okay. Seemed like it was super close. Anyway. All right. Sorry for all the noise in the background. Some people like to speed down the street for some reason. Okay, let me see here. I don't know what that little sound was, but I am not calling a dog over. I don't know. Some of you, I did that just really randomly. So, I don't know. Maybe some of you, cards all, why are these upside down? Anyway, that's their Mercury retrograde stuff. Some of you, you know, maybe you are getting a new pet, a new dog specifically, because you don't really do that to cats necessarily, but I'm very much picking up dogs. So yeah, it may be you all getting dogs. I'm getting something like surrounded about dogs, pets, but more specifically dogs. So yeah, if you're more of a dog person, then hey, cool beans. I'm also seeing like things like maybe like walking dogs. Maybe I'm also, yeah, like kind of, I see someone like a runner running with their dogs as well. That may be a thing. Yes, a lot of energy surrounding pets. So I don't know, maybe some of you need to check on your pets, make sure they're good. You know, maybe they need to I'm saying health wise, but also check their food bowls and stuff, especially with it being kind of warm and hot. Well, not warm, but hot. Ants can kind of get in. This is like around that time where they will do that, especially with food out. If you are having like an ant problem when it comes to, you know, your dog's or pet's food, you can sprinkle cinnamon around the area, and that will repel ants. I know that's very like specific, but I know I'm seeing like a bowl of food, pet food, and like ants trying to get into it. Yeah. So let's see if we can get something more specifically about Libras. Sorry. Let's see. I don't know why I'm hearing the words full gauge. I don't know. Maybe you're gauging the fullness. Maybe you're getting a sense of like something, like the full picture of something. Like you have a gauge, like you can gauge the situation or gauge the information. I know that's strange, but hey, I'm going, whatever pops up, whatever comes up, that's what I'm going to tell you. Okay. I am also seeing, funny enough, I don't know if you all remember that some of you could be feeling a bit nostalgic as far as like your candy things that you like. But I'm specifically seeing that striped, it's like a multicolor gum, but the gum didn't last so long. I forget what it's called, but let me see if I can look it up. But that particular gum popped into my mind. Yep, fruit stripe. I don't know. That could be like super significant for some of you. It looks like it was introduced in the 60s, so maybe the 60s is significant for some of you that's watching this, or just that fruit stripe gum. It could be significant for you guys. I know I used to get it a lot, but uh, it did not it didn't last very long. Like it lost its flavor like really, really quickly. So I don't know. Maybe some of you are craving like the old things that you used to get, like snacks you used to get when you were younger. Yeah, I'm just seeing like just old nostalgic things that could be popping up. Maybe you hear a song, maybe you hear a smell of fragrance, maybe you see a movie, whatever the case may be. I'm also seeing some of you maybe even dressing like in like old like band tees, or like I forget what they're called, but not just band tees, but just like the screen tees. Yeah, like screen tees where they have like old school shows on there, like Beavis and Butthead, Daria, um, um, any type of like anime, old school anime type thing. So that's all I'm seeing. So things could be very much, you could have themes surrounding your pets. Maybe you need to check on your pets, pay attention to your pets if you have them, especially your dogs. Pay attention to their food, their water. Make sure nothing is like getting into it that could, make them sick, harm them. Feeling nostalgic, one of those old snacks that you used to have, or like wearing your old like band tees, screen tees of old school shows, things of that nature is what I'm getting. And also, you may have like a full grasp of a situation or something. You may be able to see through a person or a certain situation. Whereas like in the past, maybe you couldn't see what was going on. Maybe you didn't have the full picture of something, but now you do. All right. So those are all the channeled messages that I'm getting for you all. So let me make sure that is true. This, I don't know if this is specific to my neck of the woods, but there's a place called Silver Dollar City. It's like a kids amusement park. So I don't know, maybe some people are deciding to go there, or maybe I'm also seeing like a Six Flags type thing, Disney World. So I don't know, maybe a few of you are kind of trying to possibly go do something with kids if you have them. It's like a family trip, a family occasion. So maybe family could be significant for a lot of you, especially with it being summertime. So yeah. Okay, now let's go ahead and get into the cards for real, see what we got going on for the week. Sorry for my sniffles. And let me go ahead and grab a card. It's upside down. Yep. Okay, let's take a look at these cards here. Interesting. Okay. So, Libra, starting at the beginning of the week, you have the Magician. Oh, and again, I mean, if you've been watching for a while, you know how I read. So I read from start of the week, midweek, end of the week. Okay. Um, Also, yeah, before I get started, numbers that are significant for you all, as well as signs. You have number 1, 16, and 3 of autumn. So number 3. So 1, 16, and 3. And let's see. The sign that is sticking out right now is Scorpio. Yeah, that's the only one I see. So yeah. Okay. So with the Magician card, 1 second. Okay. Anyway, so you have the Magician. You have the Magician card, and it says you can do anything, take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be successful. Okay, you can see that. All right. So at the start of the week, you may be feeling like I mentioned that feeling of having like an idea of the bigger picture of things, like you're able to better gauge a situation or a person or a thing, uh, whatever that may be. But you have a better understanding of something. So this could be a part of what you're experiencing at the start of the week. Kind of feeling like you can do anything, like with the new information that you have about a situation or a person, you're better able to make a move, if that makes sense. Especially like feeling like you can take charge of your life. Your manifestations could be coming into fruition. Anything that you're planning, you could have just come out of the planning stages and now it's time for like execution, as far as like, figuring out what steps you want to take next or what you want to do next. So, I think that especially with it coming out with work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio, this right here, this card here. I feel like with this coming out with the I can't even speak, the Magician, work through your fears. I feel like because you have that new information, because you have a clearer picture of what it is that you need to do now, you're able to better work through your fears too. Like any type of like fears or issues that you had, where it came to maybe anything that you wanted to do, you can move forward with a clearer head, a better angle on things. You understand things more. Like, you could have done your research. You could have done maybe like a pros and cons list, whatever the case may be. And now you're better able to do what you need to do and do what you want to do. So midweek, you have the life experience card that came out. This is a Tower card. Very fitting for, I feel like, Mercury retrograde. Usually this is like, having to like go back and reassess something, go back and look at things, reassess, let go of things. And I feel like, again, you have a better understanding about something. So I feel like with this life experience card, I don't necessarily feel like you're about to hit, have a tower moment or hit rock bottom or anything like that. I feel like this is more so I understand now. I know what I need to look out for. I know how I need to move forward. So it's kind of one of those things, especially with it coming out with a time of healing. And I'm going to get to that card in just a second. But so with life experience, this is let go of belief systems that no longer work for you, an important life-changing event, a situation that leads to significant opportunities. And that's what that says, and that's how the card looks there. So yeah, I really feel, again, like you're on that, you're on your way as far as, not being, having worked through fears, worked through any type of like inconsistencies or anything that just kind of may have held you back from making a decision or making any moves. You now have that life experience to move forward. And now, especially if it was something that kind of tested your spirits, or broke your spirits, but kind of tested you, healing can kind of happen right now. And that's what this card says. But it says a time for healing, balsamic moon. Okay. So it's a lot of purple here too. A lot of purple cards. And to me, purple is one of those colors that is like deep intuition, feeling things on a very it's like feeling things on a deep level. Like it's your intuition, it's about spirituality, it's about transformation. And so I feel like this is all about transformation, especially that life experience card or tower card. The tower card is all about transformation, kind of like blossoming into something new, and getting to a point where you can see a way forward. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to stop here for just a second. Okay, I'm back. So yes, as I was saying before, like you, with this card down here with the a time for healing, balsamic moon, you have you're more so equipped with sorry, I just got a text message. You're more so equipped with how to better process, how to get through this, because I don't really feel as though you all like you're about to go through a tower moment. I just don't feel that for my Libras. What I feel is though you've been through so much in the past that now you kind of come into your own, like you kind of come into sort of like a better situation as far as what it is that you're, what is needed now. So you're better able to, you can heal now. You can heal from whatever the situation was, whether it, be, some sort of breakup, some sort of issue at work, with friends, whatever the case may be. And it could even be just anything dealing with yourself. You know what I'm saying? It could literally be that. So yeah. So if that is the case, you're in a healing state now, especially by midweek, like whatever transpires over coming from the weekend to by the time you get to Wednesday, you're in a whole, you're in such a better state at this point that healing can what's the word I'm looking? Healing can take place is what I was trying to say. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now by the end of the week, you have the 3 of Autumn. And this is follow your passion when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do. Being compensated for your creative talent. So yeah, I feel like whatever it is that you're coming out of and you're healing from, you're in a better spot to where you can be more creative. You have more, you have a pep in your step almost. Because yeah, I'm seeing someone who may have been kind of like under a dark cloud or feeling that way, and now they're in like such better spirits to the point that now they can focus on the things that they're passionate about. They can focus on their career. They can, they see again, and I keep saying this, but they see the way forward. You know what I'm saying? They know what it is that they want to do now. So that's what I'm feeling for my Libras. Like you all could be feeling very extra, especially by the end of the week. You all could be feeling super passionate, feeling super creative, wanting to just create. No matter what that may be. It could be at work. It can be just for your own personal, you know, gain or whatever. So yeah, and especially with expect powerful change. This is new moon eclipse with this card. I really love this card. It's so pretty. But yeah, you know, expecting powerful change, like whatever it is that you're creating, whatever it is that you are, you know, being recognized for, you can get to a point where it's a whole, like a powerful change for this. And I feel like the last couple of readings, maybe not every single one, but the last maybe one or two for Libras that I did, I feel like it talked about like a change or a powerful change coming for you all. So yeah, like if this is, you know, something that you're like a work of art, or you know, something that you're creating or working on, this could be like I'm pretty sure I used the word catalyst last however many times, but I use like the catalyst for a change for you. So something that you're doing, something that you're creating is going to boost you up. You're going to get recognized for it. Some of you could even go viral for something that you create. Maybe it could be like a reel that you make, something that you design, whatever. You know, the sky's the limit when it comes to that. However it resonates for you. But nonetheless, you can expect to see a powerful change when it comes to that. Okay? And so your affirmation for the week is I am healthy. And you have a time for healing down there. So this, you know, can be either, yeah, can't really see it, but I am healthy. And I know it's backwards, but yeah, I am healthy. It just that plain and simple. So, you know, this could be a physical thing. This could be a spiritual thing or a mental thing. You know, maybe, like I said, I'm still getting the big picture, or I'm still getting the idea of you all coming into this week having a very good sense of something. Maybe you get an epiphany. Maybe you learn some information, like somebody brings some information to your attention. But whatever it is that you've learned, whatever it is you have a good gauge on, like a better understanding on, it changes everything for you. Like it literally changes everything. So I really love this reading for Libras this week. Gives me a little, you know, a little pep in my step. How about that? No, but yeah. And it makes me want to be creative too. Like I have some ideas of things that I would like to create. So I'm going to do it. This is very much a confirmation even from me. But yeah, but I mean, I consider myself a part of the collective as well. So when I'm reading, I'm also reading for you all, even though I don't really necessarily put myself in the thing, but yeah. Yeah. When it comes to that, I'm gonna listen. Okay? Especially when something resonates. Every time, like if something resonates, listen. Perk up them ears and listen, because there could be a message in there for you. Okay? So Libra, that was your reading. I know I've been yapping a little bit. But I really truly hope that this reading helps. So, and if it did, go ahead and make sure you give it a like. Make sure you leave a comment down in the comment section and let me know how it resonated. Or just leave an emoji down there if you don't really feel like going into detail, which I totally understand. Share out the video. Share it to a friend who, you may be friends with, who may be also fellow Libras, or they have a Libra placements, or they just simply enjoy tarot and oracle card readings, or whatever the case. Make sure you subscribe, do all the things, and I will see you next time. Bye, Libra. Have a good week.